Vidyo.io is a communication platform as a service that enables developers to add high-quality, multi-party video conferencing right into their application with just a few API calls. In this video, we're going to see how we use tokens for authentication. So with Vidyo.io, you get our Video Client SDK, which is our client and library, which you integrate directly into your client and application. Our SDK supports all major platforms from desktop, mobile to web. Once you integrate this library into your application, you make a few simple API calls, and our SDK will take care of connecting to our backend service and take care of all the signaling, media routing, etc. One of the first things you need to do to connect to a call is pass a valid token. So what is a token? A token is a short-lived authentication credential that your customers or users will use to connect to our Vidyo.io service on your behalf. The flow looks something like this. Say your users have logged into your application and want to make a video conferencing call. When they say connect, your code will call our SDK connect call, which takes in a token. So we recommend that you generate this token on your application backend. The reason being, to generate a token, you need an application ID, you need your developer key, which you want to keep secure in your backend. Once you generate a token, you pass it back to your client and application, and that will make a connect call to our Video Client SDK, and that in turn will connect to our Vidyo.io service, where the token is validated, and upon success, it will join your customer into a video conferencing call. Let's look at how we generate this token. To generate a token, you need the following parameters. First, the username. This will identify the user you're generating a token for. It's just an alphanumeric string, but keep in mind not to use special characters like the symbol @. Second, your application ID. This will identify the application that we're generating a token for. Third, how long the token is going to be valid. So here I'm saying it's just 100 seconds. You can put 50, 1000. Don't keep it too long because we want this token to be short-lived. Alternatively, you can also set an absolute time, saying the token expires in, say, a particular date at a particular time. Then you sign these three parameters using your developer key, and that's how you'll get your token. Let's look at an example of this. I've downloaded the Python script from our website. If you go to Vidyo.io and go to our documentation section, you can find various samples of generating token in different languages. There's C#, JavaScript, Python, etc. So I've downloaded the Python script. I'm going to use Python 3 to run this. So the first parameter I'm going to pass in is my developer key. And where do I find this? I go to Vidyo.io. I've signed into my account. If I go to my dashboard, then I'll see the parameters I want. It's the developer key is right here. The application is right, ID is right here as well. Let me copy the developer key and paste this here. The next parameter I'm going to set is the application ID, which is right here. Go back, paste that as well. And I'm going to generate this for myself. So I'll put in my name. And last but not the least, how long is this valid for? I'm going to put it in expires in seconds. I'm going to say 1000 seconds. So what this means is, as soon as I press enter and the script is run, this token will be valid for 1000 seconds since that moment. So when I press enter, I have a valid token valid for the next 1000 seconds. Keep in mind when you're copying the token, also copy this last two equal to characters. Sometimes they're generated and they're part of the token as well. So copy this and use this in your connect call. If you go to the Vidyo.io website, you can find other samples in Java, Node.js, C#, etc. And you can use those samples to build your own token generator in your backend. So once your client and application has a valid token, it's going to use that to make the connection to our Vidyo.io service. This is how the video connector connect method looks like. As you can see, the second parameter is where you can pass in the token you just generated. So to summarize, Remember to keep your developer key and app ID private. This key and ID will be used to generate tokens which will authenticate users on your behalf. So we recommend keeping both the key and app ID secure on your backend, generating tokens over there and only passing these tokens back to your client and application. Second, generate a token for every endpoint. So for each customer on each of the devices, you need to create a new token. So that essentially means each instance of your application will always request new tokens. Third, set a reasonable token duration. We recommend keeping it something short like 100 seconds or less. And every other connect call that's beyond this time, you just create another token. And last but not the least, please check out our video samples on our GitHub page. We also have a Google App Engine sample that shows how to host a Python script on Google App Engine that will generate tokens.